All right, so we're gonna go live here a little bit into this playthrough. This is Repton, by the way. Um, Hoping to keep y'all up to date as I make progress. Today we'll just take a tour of where we're at right now and get into some of the goals. So at the start of a base, we're already on to oil and gas. You can see it's started to turn to spaghetti a little bit. Reworking some of this. I do like the vertical bus idea, so I have a plan to sort of continue that, but use storage containers as buffers and for surge. Of course, hopefully we'll tune the factory a little bit better, get belts a bit under control, and create a vertical run along the train station and then come out and loop around. We'll look at that in a little bit. For now, let's kind of tour around what we've got. So we'll take a quick ride upstairs and then a ride over to where we're bringing in gas. We'll see some of the trains and then we'll probably wrap it up for today. Hopefully we'll get on a more regular schedule with playthroughs. So this is my Fixmas stuff, just finishing off getting all of that done. Have just the star left to research and then we'll mostly wrap that up. Here's a quick demonstration of my idea around how I'm going to bring things in. It's all on one floor. Ultimately, I'll bring stuff up through a subfloor, and so we'll start to see the starts of that. Storage containers here, they'll actually stick up through the ground so you can run over and, of course, get materials as you need them right from the top, right? So got some things starting to flow in. Hasn't been running too long. You can see my train stations here for the main base, ramp and stairs down. Oh, there goes a couple of trains. I do want to talk about blocking and pathing. That was tough for me to kind of wrap my head around, but I think I've got a handle on it now. We're going to have to add a sidetrack to allow some quartz come in, which will be something we'll be working on soon. So you can see we've got this vertical bus that runs along our train station. So we bring in everything in that's not processed and made here to the trains, and then you can see it goes down into the floor. And then if we come down towards this end, we'll see where we're starting to bring it back up onto the belt. So we come back up through the floor, nice and clean, one on each side. This is a loop around, pretty much runs the length of my current train stations. And then the plan will be for production, you can see I've started it, we'll loop out and around. This section here is wide enough to handle 2 manufacturers wide. And then of course we'll build up a bit too. So I think we'll be able to fit a decent amount of our production that we're going to do here. Now I do plan to not bring everything in. I am going to process and build close to resources when I can, so I'll take a quick ride over here to one of our other train stations where we're bringing in a few items. Love these tubes, great way to explore too and make sure you get back if you have an unfortunate accident. All right, so here we are working on a few items from a steel perspective. So steel pipes, and then over here we'll have steel plates. We're also going to bring quick wire and AI limiters. So we have this factory, and we have some coal production coming in from a plant down here, mixing that all in, processing, building plates and pipes, and then dropping them into these 2 storage containers. We're also nearby, we had some deuterium and iron, so we're making quick wire and our AI limiters, also bringing those back to the main base. So doing some work here, obviously making the copper sheets to make those AI limiters. So we will do some remote work. We're not going to bring everything back and do it, and we'll have some repeated, which could argue is inefficient because obviously I'm making sheets back in my main base as well. have to do some thinking about how we want to push maybe work in or out, especially if we start to see frame rate issues as we go through this. So that's sort of our steel processing and Caterium processing facility. So we'll hop back over here. Train runs back and forth, brings steel pipes, steel plates, AI limiters, and quick wire. And then those are going up on that vertical, bus already. All right. Obviously, we have another train line that's running out to our oil processing where we're making plastic, rubber. Not really making fuel right now, though I think I will start making it, probably packaging it up just to get, I think it's kind of take care of the last thing that I have left from a biofuel perspective. I'm not doing any biofuel now other than for the jetpack and chainsaw. So we'll see. Maybe we'll keep doing that. I have a little small processing thing, so as I have to cut up trees and gather leaves for clearing out an area, I do that now. So this was our coal power plant. Coal was actually a bit further off, so I bring it in. None of the coal here goes back for any other processing. Did move near water because getting water right, certainly for someone who's newer to the game like myself, was kind of a pain. I was originally running it all the way over near the where the coal is. This was a much better, more workable setup. All right, now we'll hop to get to our oil. It was quite a ways. You can see I didn't take the most direct route either as I was working my way over. I will probably clean up this tube and run it along the train now that I have a train running out there, or maybe I'll get rid of it. I could always ride the train if I wanted to, or just run along the tracks. We'll see. Did use some of the higher power lines, which was pretty cool. I haven't decided if I'm going to leave those or not for aesthetics. There's a couple neat ravines that are kind of a cool way to go across and looks neat from the train, so maybe I'll leave those for that reason. I don't know. You guys can let me know as you're looking at things or have ideas or thoughts. It's a little bit of a mess, like I said. I've made a lot of progress. Wish I'd started streaming right from the beginning. We'll certainly do that for the future. But with this one, we're in a little bit, learned a lot. I want to share some of those learnings and certainly share with you guys as we continue the playthrough. And can't wait to hear what other people's thoughts, ideas are for how to make this better, for sure, right? And my power grid, I'm sure, needs a lot of work. So here we are extracting oil. And then we have our refineries and power production up on this platform. And then we're making plastic and rubber down here, again, running it up to our train station and then taking it back to that. In this case, taking those products, rubber and plastic, back to the main base for other work. So yeah, that's kind of where we are so far with this base. Like I said, we'll hopefully get on a regular schedule. Just wanted to, as I'm learning how to do this streaming, get this first one out there, get the whole ability to go live working, and see see what kind of problems I run into. Hopefully this is not awful, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks, everybody.